Save yourself some money by learning how to groom and tint your brow from the comfort of your home. To start with, I'm going to need a grooming kit, which comprises of a brow tint and a developer or an activator and a spoolie brush. I'm going to start by grooming her brows, and I'll be using a blade for this. This is my best method of grooming because it is painless. Usually it's advisable not to groom before tinting, but because I use very sliding motion, it causes no tension to the skin, and I always make sure I don't injure her face. That way you have to be very gentle feel any pains. You have to take your time. You don't have to rush towards this process. Just glide the blade through her brows, giving her a perfect shape. When I do that, I'll be going through the brow size with the client. Is it okay? Because this is the first step of getting the perfect tinted brows. If you want that arc shape, that natural looking brow, that very nice defined brow, you will make sure that your grooming process is on point. You don't have to gamble with this process, so take your time, use your spoolie brush, go over and over with it, as you can see me doing with your blade or whatever tool you're using. If you're doing the threading, if you're doing the plugging, I will really not advise you to pluck your brows before tinting, because the tint is like, to be honest with you, using the blade for this process is just if you pluck, because like I said, if you're a professional like myself and if you've done this for many years, with the blade you can maneuver your way without causing any injuries and without putting pressure on the skin, because that is what causes pain if you are like pressing the blade. Oh my god, how will I do this voice over without all this noise? But guys, that's the price if you apply pressure to the skin. So as I was saying, to have so much pain while you're applying the tint. So you can see my clients confirming that the size is okay. She's saying that she loves the size, she's saying she loves the shape, and in the process of the tinting, it's gonna make my job very easy. You guys have to continue using your spoolie brush, as you can see me doing. Make sure that you're looking through the other brow to just make sure that it is defined and aligned with your other brow. I know that they say brows are sisters and not they are cousins and not sisters. Sometimes they can even be distant cousins, sometimes they can even be neighbors, but try your, and again, it starts with the grooming to make sure that I am taking my time to show you how I'm grooming this brow. I'm showing you, even though fast forward here just a little bit, I am showing you the reality of grooming the brow. You have to take your time, guys. You can just see the blade gliding through. There are other devices in which you can use in grooming your brows. I have videos that I've made showing you how to groom the brow, but for this video I'll only be using the blade and just taking my time using the spoolie brush to take off those excess hair, because that will make your tinted brows look flawless, look natural, and look classy. Again, her because first brow confirmed, I will no longer be asking her, because I'll just follow the size and the shape of the first brow to do the second brow. Does that make sense, guys? If you're having any questions, you can drop them on the comment section and I will come to it as soon as possible. If there are any other beauty videos you want me to do, please don't hesitate to drop never forget to shape the space in between the brows. Okay, usually people have beards growing from the bridge of their nose. Is very natural, don't feel bad about it, but you as a makeup artist or as a beautician, it's your place to always make that look flawless, except the customer does not want you to touch the hair there, but it is just a very nice finished process. Now after doing that, I'm going to use my miscellaneous cleansing water to just clean the brows and make it nice, taking out any residue or anything that is found on the brows, so that we can begin our now we're going to use petroleum to define where we want the brow. But before that, I'm going to be mapping out the size of the brow and the shape in which she wants. After mapping this out, I'm going to ask her if she's okay with the shape. Usually the size might slightly get bigger than what we have drawn, because sometimes the thing goes above or below, but you're going to see it. When I say petroleum, I simply mean Vaseline. With the Vaseline, I'm going to use a trick with the Vaseline to make sure that even if the brow gets a bit bigger, we will be able to correct that just by cleaning it with some face pads, right? Like I said, I'm going very detailed with this video so that you see the reality of everything that we do. After mapping out that brow, I'm going to use the Vaseline to kind of like just draw below what this does brow is that around the brow where I mapped out from going to her skin. Does that make sense? So even if the tint goes to her skin is not going to be tinted because the Vaseline is acting as a shield between the tint and her skin. Like I said, tint is a chemical. Tint is a chemical, and you have to protect your skin from the chemical. You don't want the tint to go wherever, anywhere around your skin, so you have to protect. This step is a must. If you go to beauty parlor and they are not applying Vaseline before tinting your brows, please just make sure now is the moment of truth. This step can either make or break your tinting game. Now I'm gonna be applying the tint into this tiny cup that you see here. You can just make 2 drops depending on the density of the client's brows. And with the developer, I'm going to depending on how the client wants. This is what I like doing. Some clients want their brows to be very dark, like not very dark but like dark brown, and some want their brow to look very natural. If your client want her brows to look very natural as in light brown, then this step that I am doing will be okay. But if your client wants your brow to kind of like last a little bit longer, and the darker it is, the more longer it lasts, because over time it fades out, then you're going to be adding something else which I'll show you later in this video. When I was showing you the brow kits, there was something that was dark. I don't know if I finally showed you how I added that dark thing, but it's like a complete black thing. I usually like just add a drop or 2 tinting my brows from the tail, because the tail has to be the darkest. So as soon as you drop a tiny bit of tint, the brow starts getting tinted. And because the back of the brow is meant to be the thickest or the darkest, it's always advisable to start there. Don't let your makeup artist or musician start tinting your brows from the beginning of your brows. It's gonna look very, very dark and it will not look nice at all. It's gonna just take your time with this, keep going over it and gradually making sure that you are not like sending so much of the tint on her skin. Focus on that map you created. This is where the map comes into play, because with the map it gives you like a guide to how you will tint the brows. So you see me, when I get to the very top of her brow, I'm going to be going in very slight motion, just like sliding the brush, and I go over the back in case there are some clots there. I just try to like make it very smooth and blended, if that makes sense. Now I'm going to leave it to wash the rest of this eye, and I'll come back later. If there's anything I need to explain, guys, don't forget to ask down in the comments. And if you watch up to this level, please like, give me a comment, and just share with your friends on how they can do the brows themselves, or they can do their friends or their sister or family member. It's very simple. You just need to get the right tools, you just need to get the right kit. And why not? I am always here if you need a hand. This is where they would say you have to trust the process. You just have to trust the process. Now, after tinting the other side, I didn't want to make the video so long by showing you how I'm doing. It's basically the same thing I did. I'm just using like my cotton ball to kind of like clean out any excesses that was left there. I'm going to be cleaning out the excesses, you can see, and using just part of the Vaseline, I'm going to make those edges, those beginnings natural by fading out the tint on them. Now the right on the tint instructions that you should leave the tint for about 30 minutes, but me, I like to leave the tint depending on how long you want your tinted brow to be. I like leaving it for like even like 4 hours and stuff like that, because as your showering is fading out, so the darker it is from the beginning, the more it's gonna last you. Probably by the first few days it's gonna be dark, but as you go into like the 3 day, 4 day, 5, it will look very natural. So I always tell my clients, if you want your tint to last longer, you just have to leave it the way it is. So with this client, this lasted her for about 3 to 4 weeks, and no joking, I'm not even kidding you. Like, one of the reasons why she always comes back for more. I'm
So
defining the
with
brow,
the
making it smaller.
the
You feel
cutting
like,
board,
oh, I'm losing the shape, but no, I'm not. If you look carefully, it's like this one was slightly bigger than that one, so I'm adjusting that and just asking, running it over and over with her. Remember, communication is the key, guys. Communication is key. You can be good at your work, but at the end of the day, you always need to do what the client wants. So it's very important for you to run it through with her at every stage. It's a brow tint and it's meant to last for a few weeks. You don't want to make mistakes with it. You don't
take your
want to
time with
want
this. Make sure
your
you're
client to
cleaning
carry
and
something
cleaning,
on
and
her face
after
that she doesn't
having the
like for
perfect
many
shape
weeks.
and
Size, you leave it like that. That's what I do. I leave it like that. I tie myself, but like I just give her the real reason what she can do. You can like clean it up, or you can just go and take a shower, or as you're taking a shower it's fading away. But if you want, I can clean it up for you. And she said, oh, I'm scared of ruining it, so you
this
can
is
go
what I
ahead and
did.
clean
Instead
it
of
up for me. Completely cleaning it out, I decided to fade it out a little, like just take some of the tint away. Others will wipe it using like makeup remover or stuff, but I don't do that. You need to find out what works for you. You need to like come up with stuff that work for you and see what is going to make your clients come back over and over again. Does that make sense? So
After
yeah,
she
that's
asked me
what
to
we do
clean the
here.
brow,
I cleaned the brow and she was like, nah, she rather I put the tint and I leave it there and she will take a shower by herself because she wants it to last longer. That's what we're doing. Guys, please drop a comment and let me know what you think. Bye.